We have a war on our hands at any rate, and the war that we face is basically one of survival. It is nature, inverted commas, versus humanity. Now, as you know, nature always wins in the end, simply because nature was here before we were, and nature engineered the planet, and nature engineered the life forms, including ourselves, that are now on this planet. And if we mess with nature, if we mess with our environment like we're doing, we already have strong signs of what is coming. They're talking about sea levels rising by 1.6 metres to up to 6 metres over the next 100 to 200 years. That wipes out a whole lot of coastal properties in one hit. It won't happen overnight, obviously, but what will happen is you'll have tidal surges. Tidal surges only need a few inches of growth in the level of the water to cause massive damage to properties. Tidal surges require only small increments in sea level rises to do massive damage to coastal areas. If you have a level of 2 to 6 metres rise in the sea level, the processes would be unbelievable. The devastation would be awesome. Melbourne would be inundated, believe it or not, because Melbourne is very close to the sea level. And I might just say to you, why would you think the sea levels would rise? What would give reason for that? Well, I'll give you several reasons why the sea level will rise fairly dramatically over the next 200 years. The first thing is, when you warm water, water expands. Its capacity increases. You don't have to actually add water. You just warm it up and it increases in cubic centimetres. The footage is quite amazing if you've actually had the fortune to see it on television or on your computer screens. The ice caps are melting at a prodigious rate. So you have two effects on the sea level. You have additional water going into the sea, plus the global warming the sea and expanding the two things. The water expanding and inputs into the water from the ice caps. And 10 metres is about the maximum they would envisage. 6 metres is definitely realistic. So it's a long way. I mean, 200 years from, it's not really that long, not such a long way off. You know, what is it? 2.5 lifespans, 3 lifespans for the average human. So, you know, people have children now, their children will certainly be witness to the catastrophic events that are all unfolding already. Mind you, the Earth is, there are natural warming periods. There have been throughout Earth's history with increased sunspot activity. Basically, the sun gets hotter, to put it in round terms, and it heats up the Earth. And then for 11 years, I think it is, and then for another 100 years, the sun cools down a bit and the Earth cools down. So you have natural cycles of warming and cooling without actually any human input into it. But the human input into it has now taken on a significant effect.